Yesterday, I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends, and I recently told her that I allowed my boyfriend to ejaculate inside me. And she seemed really concerned and scared and asked me, well, are you on birth control? And by the way she asked the question, I could tell she was inquiring to know if I took the pill or had an IUD or something like that. And the answer is no, I don't. But I do use birth control, and the birth control I use is the Fertility Awareness Method, which is a cycle charting method of birth control where I chart my body's biomarkers. I can tell when I'm in my infertile window, when I'm in my fertile window, and then make choices and decisions based on that information. So I told her this, and she still seemed quite confused and perplexed and probably a little cautious. And you might be feeling the same way if you're watching this video right now. But here's the deal. This form of birth control is 99.4% effective, and that's a very high rate of birth control. And it's not just leaving anything up to chance at all. It's actually getting really down to the nitty-gritty and understanding the entirety of your menstrual cycle day to day, tracking your cycle, and knowing whether it's possible to get pregnant or not, where you're at in your cycle. In your menstrual cycle, you can only get pregnant 6 days of your cycle. That's it. That's your fertile window. The 5 days leading up to ovulation is part of your fertile window, and that's because what's happening before you ovulate is your body begins to secrete these cervical fluids that are fertile quality cervical fluids, meaning that they are biologically there to help keep sperm alive and to help sperm travel up the road to meet the egg for possible fertilization. So you have these fluids 5 days before you ovulate, which can keep sperm alive in your vagina, in your uterus during that time, and then the day of ovulation, the 6th day. After that period of time, you enter into what's called your infertile window of time. Your cervical fluids dry up, and you're in this place where it's literally impossible for you to get pregnant. After you ovulate, an egg can only stay alive for 24 hours. That's it. After 24 hours, the egg dies, it dissolves away, and then there's no egg to be fertilized. And that egg is not going to come back around until your very next cycle. So if you ovulate about midpoint in your cycle, which is part of the fertility awareness method, is understanding when you ovulate, not just taking it from a book and thinking, oh, I'm sure I'm ovulating midpoint. That's usually when it happens, but you have to track when you're ovulating. And then once you confirm your ovulation has passed, you're in your infertile window. And then the rest of your cycle, it's impossible for you to get pregnant. Fertility awareness educators that educate women about this method so they can achieve pregnancy will tell a woman to not really worry and don't try or waste effort trying to get pregnant in the second half of your cycle after ovulation has passed, because it's just not possible. It's a waste of time. So if you're trying to avoid pregnancy, this is vital information. So you can enjoy sex in a way without, or enjoy this experience of having your partner ejaculate inside of you without fear of getting pregnant. And this information totally changed my life. And as I spread this information to more women and people, I see how it's changing the lives of others too. Because growing up in this world, we've been taught a lot how easy it is for us to get pregnant and how we're just these fertile beings, and if we sneeze next to a penis, we're just going to get pregnant, and it's just not true. We've been fear-mongered into believing that we can get pregnant at any time, and that has left us feeling very scared, very out of touch with our bodies, and feeling like we can't fully drop in to sexual experiences without fear, which takes away our ability to have pleasure. And that's what really changed my life, was being able to fully trust in my experience, in my body, and be able to drop into my sexual experiences and experience pleasure and have these beautiful intimate moments with my partner without fear of getting pregnant. And that is big. You should not be living your life in fear and waiting and counting down the days till you bleed, hoping that you're gonna bleed, not knowing if you're pregnant or not. That's not a way to live life, and you don't have to live that way. So if you're someone who's more interested in learning about this information, to learn about how to cycle track, to know when you're ovulating, know when you're in your infertile windows, then check out the link below that's going to take you to my course that's coming out soon with helping you to know all of this stuff. We go deep dive into understanding your menstrual cycle as a whole, the anatomy, the physiology, the ritual and witchy aspects that you can glean from your cycle, and to cycle track with intelligence and accuracy so you can have amazing sexual encounters with your partner without fear. So please spread this message far and wide. More people in the world need to be aware of this information. And if you like this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel where you will get more amazing, juicy information just like this. Thanks for watching.